She just admitted to a lot more than she probably intended to.
Most importantly, I am here today as the mother of a proud trans man.
Something she proudly announced to coincide with the Trans Day of Action.
I am here today as the aunt of a proud trans man. My best friend's kid is trans, and my kid's best friend is trans.
Hang on a minute. What's the statistical likelihood of so many people in her life identifying as trans? Given that less than 1% of all American adults identify as trans, she basically just acknowledged that it's all mostly a social contagion. Exemplified by stats showing that among 18 to 24-year-olds, identifying as transgender surged 422% in just a decade. 422%? Is that just an organic growth rate? Or has it got something to do with social contagion? As a direct result of the issue being relentlessly hyped by the media, culture and entertainment industry. We've asked the question before, why are so many sons and daughters of Hollywood celebrities now identifying as trans? And why in some cases do those celebrities parade them around like trophies? And now, despite everything we've learned over the past few years, British schools are being encouraged to show 11-year-olds a documentary about a teenager taking transgender hormones and using chest binders, despite chest binders being directly linked to nerve damage and rib fractures. 1 year, a short documentary telling the story of a teenager who used radical medical practices to attempt to transition from female to male, will be made available to British schools for LGBTQ+ History Month. It will be made available to state schools through a streaming service for the charity Interfilms, which receives public money through the British Film Institute, which is itself funded in part by the National Lottery. This despite the landmark Cass report, which found social contagion is a factor in the huge rise of children believing they're transgender, and that there's no good evidence on the long-term outcomes of gender-affirming medical treatments. Puberty blockers that cause infertility and cognitive impairment. A report by senators in France concluded that pushing transgender drugs on children will be remembered in future as one of the, quote, greatest ethical scandals in medical history, and yet they're still trying to expose your kids to it in schools across the country. If you value what I do and you want to help support me, please visit pauljosephwatson.locals.com and either pledge a one-time donation or subscribe to join my community, get early access videos and message me directly. And exclusive live streams coming soon too. Promise. Check out the Locals link down in the description. And don't forget to take a look at the brand new website modernity.news. That's where you'll find all my content, including exclusive articles. That's modernity.news.